Dark Souls 3 might be my favorite video game ever. I feel like this is hard to say, especially when it's going up against games like Breath of the Wild, Mario 64, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, Heroes of the Storm, Ori, Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, Super Smash Bros., Skyrim, Overwatch, Terraria, Pokemon, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time, but I don't know, I just feel like all of these games I have loved at one point or another, and my opinions might shift around and stuff, and some of these games outshine Dark Souls 3 in some ways, and like, Breath of the Wild, I feel like might be the best video game ever made, but I just feel like something about Dark Souls 3 might just barely put it to the top of my favorites list, and I'm not quite sure what.
I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first Souls game that I've ever played, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm just a sucker for, like, medieval fantasy, like swords and shields and stuff. And maybe it's just how flippin' cool this game is.
I feel like there are hundreds of games in the gaming industry that just take themselves way too seriously to the point of becoming stupid. But Dark Souls 3 just, like, knows its style and aesthetic so well. It takes itself really seriously, but it just works for some reason and knows exactly where to break the tone with, like, the appearance of, like, a lovable character or...
Die, crab, die! Let's creep this. Oh, what's that? You wanna fuck? Creepy.
I've heard it said that Dark Souls has no story. But everything in this game, the visuals, the tiny details, the rare music, the devastating combat, all tells a story about a world where people are weaker than their trials, and yet they have to find some way to press forward, to overcome, and through fire and darkness, they just find a way. This game is awesome.